Joining me on the afternoon show, we have Beckie Brown from St Mary's Hospice in Ulverston. Hi, Beckie.
Hi.
Now, obviously, it's been a devastating time for the hospice over the past, nearly a year now. What has been the experience of St Mary's Hospice throughout COVID?
Yeah, obviously it has been quite different for everyone. Everyone's learning a new sort of normal and a new way to adapt. Obviously our services are mainly face-to-face, either with the patients or the patients' families or, loved ones, families and friends, and not being able to have that comfort that we usually give them, that the clinical staff usually give them, is something quite different. Our bereavement services, our living well services, all of our programs have now moved online. So we are still able to provide our services, but just not in the way we would usually do it. So there has been quite a learning curve with that. And along that, our income streams did decline quite massively. Obviously, our shop hasn't been open, which is a major income stream, along with our cafe that hasn't been open as much as we would have liked, again, a major income stream. And our fundraising, we can't have the events, our fundraisers, our supporters can't have the events that they would normally have for us. It's
hard times.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hard times. In fact, congratulations in that you've managed to keep as many of your services going as you have under the circumstances. Okay, so like everybody, you've had to adapt to these new technologies, and I always laugh when I say that because I'm the absolute worst with technology. There are some highlights in the future, aren't there? There is some good news to come, and we're just going to play a little bit of music now, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the future for St Mary's. I have Rebecca Brown from St Mary's Hospice with me this afternoon, and we're talking about the experience that St Mary's Hospice had during COVID, and of course how everything has changed. A lot of the technologies have had to be adapted, but you're very much looking forward to future events for this year, aren't you, Beckie?
Yes, absolutely. So we have quite a few events penciled in for this year. Our Walk to Remember, our Walk Up Everest, things like that. So we have our Step for St Mary's in March as well, a March into March, which we're going ahead as well. We're hoping to reopen our cafe, reopen our shops, bring our services back off online and back into the normal world. We've relaunched our lottery, so it's chance of winning £1,000 a week with our lottery. And we also have our regular giving, which we actually launched during the pandemic. So people give or donate £5 a month every month throughout the year. And it's a nice bit of motivation. It's, the cost of a cup of coffee a month. So it's a small donation, but it does make all the difference. So we've got quite a good few things coming up at the moment.
Brilliant. And it's nice to know that people can still support the hospice, even though perhaps some of the events, aren't going ahead as we're used to them going ahead. So if you've got a website or any information where people can get in touch with the hospice if they, would like to make those sorts of donations.
Yes, so we have our website. So if you just Google St Mary's Hospice and it'll come up, it's just the one in Ulverston. We also have our Facebook page. We have a Twitter account. We have our Instagram account. And there's regularly things shared on there. Things that we're up to, things that supporters have done for us that we want to shine a spotlight on because our supporters are just absolutely incredible. Yeah. Things the team have been up to, the clinical team, the hospice at home team, because obviously they're working very, very hard at the moment and are still being incredibly positive with everything that's going on. So always updating our social media and our website. There's a blog, there's latest news, there's a lot going on.
Excellent stuff. Well, so there you go. You heard it there. You can have a look on the website. And if you want to support St Mary's Hospice, and why would you not? Like Beckie says, it's the price of a cup of coffee. You can't have your cup of coffee at the moment, so give that money to St Mary's Hospice instead. Thanks for coming on the afternoon show, Beckie.
Thank you very much.
Right, there we go. That's that.
Brilliant.
Yep.
It's not too bad, is it?
No. Not that. People get scared. It's nothing to be scared of.
No, it's not too bad.
No.